In this video, you'll learn how to go from those compulsive thoughts about what to eat, how to eat, what should I do, is this too much, is this too little, to calming it down and really connecting to your body, who ultimately knows the answers. Through connecting to your body, that's actually one of the key components in weight loss that lasts, and also breaking free from things like binge and emotional eating and really having a normal, easy relationship with food. I get it. If you feel out of control with food, if you want to lose weight, if you feel like you're struggling to know what the right answer is, it totally makes sense to scour Google, to check the Instagram model's plan, to go into your head with all the things that you've learned, to refer to MyFitnessPal. I get it. I did it for years. But what does that do? It literally leaves you chopped off from the neck down. What we really want to do is bring everything from the neck down into the equation, because your body ultimately knows what you need. And through reconnecting with your body, you can make food choices that really honor you and support you. And for the women that I've served and in my own life, the dieting, the control, that just caused the chaos. The moment we broke those patterns in our brain that were driving us to eat and really brought our bodies back into the discussion, we found freedom, we found lasting weight loss, and ultimately we found ease. No more tracking, no more plotting, no more planning, day-to-day ease, where all you have to do is check in with yourself before a meal and decide what's going to support you best in living your best life. Step number one to learning to listen to your body is to break the autopilot. So many times we go through the world on automatic, and we really go through the world on automatic when it comes to our food choices. Something's made in the fridge, we grab it. We're running late for work, we grab something. This is autopilot decision making, and a lot of the times it's rooted in our head or rooted in what's convenient. A big part of breaking that autopilot automatic cycle is literally very simple, and it's just pausing. So pause and give yourself a chance to call on your body, right? To reconnect with your body. And that takes us to step number two. So once you pause, you want to refocus your attention. And if you could do this with me real quick, I'll show you how to draw attention in to your body. So if you close your eyes or follow me and then maybe rewatch this and close your eyes, you can do this with me. So I want you to think of the most obsessive, crazy thoughts about weight and your food that you can think of. You know, what are you going to eat later? Did you eat too much? How much should you eat? What should you do after the overeating last night? What are you going to do tomorrow? How are you going to look in the dress? Get your brain going, okay? And now tap into really where you feel that. More oftentimes than not, most of that is it's felt in like the front of the head, and it's very focused and it's very heady. And this tends to pull from plans and plotting and whatever that is, and kind of those emotional spirals that we get in, instead of really pulling from our truth. So now I want you to think about taking that attention from the front of your head and bringing it up and dropping it down into your body. So you're not just pointing your attention at your body, you're literally dropping your attention into yourself, down through your neck, through your chest, through your belly, and really feeling into your body. Now, your body doesn't always scream messages like eat the carrots instead of the cake necessarily, but you will be able to have this kind of intuitive nudge on what's going to ultimately support you in that moment. So when I say listen to the body, it's not just these strained messages I want you to hear, right? It's dropping from the head and really getting within yourself and making your decisions from a deep-rooted place. Another thing that helps is like even feeling your feet, feeling your seat on the chair. Get down into your body. Because of how fast we move all day long, especially as women, we are disconnected from ourselves, and this practice of shifting your attention will reconnect you back to yourself, back to that intuitive wisdom that you have inside of you. So after you've really dropped into yourself, you're going to go to step number 3, which is choosing foods that really honor you and honor your body. Now, honoring your body can sometimes be restrictive, because someone will say, well, vegetables are going to honor my body more than this little treat. However, I want to think about honoring you as a whole, honoring your body, honoring your well-being, honoring your mental state, all of it. And I'll give you an example. Sometimes when I'm out at dinner, I truly choose foods based on how I want to feel. Meaning, I have something that I need to be energized for, and I just want to feel clean and good and alive. I'm going to choose a big, nourishing meal, lots of veggies, things that make me feel grounded, present, and energized. And that is what's honoring me in that moment. Now, there's another example. I could be at a dinner the next night and be with friends, and we're all ordering appetizers, someone wants some wine, and it honors me more in that moment to enjoy the moment with my people than choosing the salad, right? So what you want to do, that's why it's so important to go from your head into your body, because your body is going to actually let you know what's going to be most honoring for you in that moment. And then you want to choose based on what will honor you and how you want to feel. Certain foods make you feel different ways, and I'll talk about building that connection in just a second. But first, I want to talk about step number 4, which is presence. Presence in a few different ways. One way is present moment meal choices and mealtime experience. So what I mean by present moment meal choices is not making your choice off what you had for breakfast, what you overate on last night, what you're going to eat later. Choose what's going to nourish and honor your body in that moment. If you do not eat adequately, you will be driven to eat more food, and oftentimes large amounts of food, or think about food all the time, or get out of control with food. So you want to make a present moment decision and satisfy your body's needs in that moment. Presence also includes being present during your mealtime. This doesn't mean that you need to shut yourself in a room and eat just focused on your food the whole time, but check in a few times throughout your meal with how your body feels. Are you still hungry? Do you need seconds? Do you feel like you need seconds just because it's on autopilot? Pause. Bring that presence back in, check in with yourself and see how you're feeling throughout your meal, and make your decision on how much or how little to eat based on your body's cues. And number 5 is really building the connection between the way food impacts you, your life, and how you feel. So for some of my clients, I'll have them journal. It really depends on where you're at. If you're leaning more towards binge and compulsive behavior, sometimes the intense food focus, journaling, and so forth might be a little much for you. You'll want to wait to use this step till you're feeling a little more free with your food. For our women, I wait till I'm working with them for a few weeks to bring this piece of the puzzle in. But it's really cool to check in with yourself after meals and maybe even record it, not every day, just a day or two, to take an inventory and see how things make you feel. In general, you want your food to last you, your meal to last you a few hours. No little baby fitness meals 8 times a day. That is old and outdated. You do not need to do that. It doesn't speed up your metabolism. That's a fallacy. You want to eat meals that leave you feeling satiated, leave you feeling satisfied, that warm belly satisfaction, and last you for at least a few hours so you're not having to think about food so much. You also want to check in with, like, what do you feel like in those few hours? There are some lunches where I'm energized all afternoon, and there are some lunches where I want to take a nap 1 hour later. If I want to take a nap 1 hour later, I know that that lunch might not have been the best distribution of food for me, and I will make an adjustment for my lunch the next day. And this is the art of listening to your body. It doesn't have to be crazy hard. It's really just bringing presence, connection, and really rebuilding that partnership with you and yourself and you and your body, which ultimately has so much wisdom. You don't need to go scouring for answers all outside of yourself when the wisdom is truly inside of you. So I know if you've been dieting a while, this stuff can feel tricky, this stuff can feel hard. So I have a solution for you. In the description just below the video, there is a training that will support you with the art of this and support you in breaking free from any struggle that you have with food and with your body. So go grab that now. Click subscribe on the channel. We're doing these videos every Tuesday, so if you liked us, click subscribe. And in the comments below, I would love to hear one way you plan on bringing presence, connection, and listening to your body this week.